Hello and welcome here. The Flash brought the continuous plot of Season 8 to a close with a climactic clash between Frost and Deathstorm with the lives of Team Flash on the line. Frost, with the help of her boyfriend Mark Blaine, confronted the nature of her existence and the depths of her emotions before morphing to face the adversary in a face-to-face combat. The conflict, however, ended in tragedy when Frost was slain. From Deathstorm's apparitions manipulating and feeding off the team's emotions to Frost finding her own capacity to grieve, the whole episode centered around loss. For the rest of the cast, this inquiry provided some exciting moments, but Frost herself appeared curiously distant from her own tale. Deathstorm's attempts to persuade Frost and viewers that she lacked humanity fell flat, and Deathstorm's efforts to persuade Frost and viewers that she lacked humanity ring hollow given her previous character growth like a justification for her impending destiny. Even Mark's subsequent pep session seemed one-sided, although it did lead to Frost's one truly emotional scene, her earnest understanding of how much Caitlin Snow meant to her. This soul-searching was the catalyst for Frost's metamorphosis into Hellfrost in the final fight. Following some pyrotechnics at Star Labs to save the squad, the action moved to Central City, where Frost and Deathstorm battled it out after the latter had promised to kidnap Caitlin. Frost triumphed, only to collapse seconds later and die at Star Labs in the closing minutes of the show. Frost opened her eyes to stare at her sister before passing away with no final words or sorrowful goodbyes. Her death felt hurried and cheap, like an afterthought in the story. Frost's death would not have been startling regardless of how it occurred. Previous episodes of The Flash had given fans warning signals. The whole Deathstorm storyline had hinted at something happening to the character. The writing was on the wall, from her risky actions to power the fusion sphere, to her reunion with her mother and repeated claims that she was born to protect her sister. What surprised me was how poorly the series handled the story twist. Frost deserved more than a few unconscious minutes with Caitlin and Barry Allen in the medical lab. Death Falls was an unexpected method for Frost to leave the Flash, as it didn't have the same effect as prior character deaths. Those endings had more weight and depth than her death, piercing through the hearts of fans and Team Flash alike. Eddie Thawne, Ronnie Raymond, Henry Allen, and Harrison Wells all died in tragic circumstances, but Frost's death felt flaccid and hollow. Even Caitlin's final expression of mourning handed Deathstorm the win in its own right, making her sister's death look pyrrhic. It was simply one more blunder in her story. The writers of The Flash never had a strong hold on Frost's plot, frequently ignoring her and only bringing her back in to assist the heroes when they were in need. For the majority of her seasons, Frost looked to be an afterthought, with only infrequent attempts to fill out the character. She was mistreated even in death. She was a ruse to rescue Caitlin and then abandoned. Frost was a joyful, devoted character who saved her sister, Team Flash, and Central City on her own. She deserved a better send-off than she got. What do you think about the way Killer Frost was killed and sent off the show? Let me know in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.